Good morning students. Welcome to our computer class. In today's class we will learn constructor, which is a special function in a class. What is the specialty of this constructor? The name of the constructor is same as the class name. And as the name suggested constructor, it is used to construct object of the class and it initializes all the instance variable of that object. Now what is instance variable? In class we can have two type of member. One is instance variable, another one is member method. So instance variables are the global variable, those are declared outside of all the functions in a class and they are accessed globally by all the methods of the class. And member method, so we know whenever we write any function in a class, that becomes member method of the class. So instance variable actually holds the state of an object. So when we create object of any class using constructor, object will get the individual copy of all the instance variable to store the object's information in this variable. And they represent the state of an object. Now after that, using member method, we can manipulate the value of these instance variables. This is always a good practice to initialize the variable before they are being used in the program. So constructor actually doing that. Constructor creates object and initializes all the instance variables for the object. Now in definition of the constructor, we can say it's a special member function that has the same name as that of the class name in which it belongs to. Constructor creates the instance of his class by initializing the object. So what is the purpose of the constructor? Constructor creates instance of its class by using new operator and initializes that object. New operator is very important because new operator always allocates memory dynamically for the object, and constructor sets the initial state of an object when the object is created. Constructor function has some characteristics. 4 characteristics are there. Constructors are special member functions that have the same name as that of the class name. This is the first characteristics. Second characteristics is that constructor cannot return any value. It returns the instance of the class. So we cannot write any return type for the constructor, not even void. The third characteristics is constructor cannot be called explicitly. Constructor is called automatically when an instance of a class is created. And the last characteristics is constructors are used to initialize the data member of an object. Now using these 4 characteristics, we can differentiate a constructor from an ordinary function. The first characteristics of constructor was constructor is the member method that has the same name as that of the class name, but in case of method or function is a member method that can have any name other than class name. So we cannot use class name for ordinary method, which is only possible for constructor. The second point is constructor gets invoked automatically whenever an object is created, but method gets invoked explicitly. So next difference is constructor doesn't have any return type, not even void, but method must have a return type. If method is not returning anything, that means you have to specify the return type as void. And the last difference is that constructor initializes the data member of an object and method performs some task or operation on the data member. Understood? Now in class we can have 2 types of constructor. One is default constructor, another one is parameterized constructor. So default constructor initializes the instance variable of an object with definite value readily defined. Default constructor doesn't have any parameter, only we have to write the code to initialize the instance variable by default values. And parameterized constructor, they take one or more parameter to initialize the instance variables. That means parameterized constructor initializes the instance variable by parametric value which is supplied at the time of creating object through constructor. Understood? Now we will see how to write constructor in a class program and how to use constructor to create object. So let's have a look.
This is BlueJ, one program file is there. In this program file I have written one question which we will solve to understand the constructor. So question is, Flipkart offers seasonal discount on mobile phone based on the MRP, maximum retail price. 2 columns are there. This column shows the maximum retail price and here the discount. From this chart we can understand how to calculate discount. So if the price of a mobile is 10,000 to 20,000, then discount will be 20% on MRP. If it is more than 20,000 but up to 35,000, then discount will be 25%. And if it is above 35,000, then discount will be 30%. Then after calculating discount, we have to add GST, that is 18% of discounted price. Now the question is, write a class having the following members: data members and member functions. 3 data members are there: model, MRP and price, to store model name of the mobile, maximum retail price and selling price respectively. Then member function. First member function is the constructor which will initialize these 3 member variables. Here in description it is written to accept the model name and MRP of the mobile. That means this constructor will be a parameterized constructor where we will take 2 parameters for first 2 variables. model and MRP, and price we will calculate in calculate function. That's why price we will initialize here by 0.0. Next is calculate function to calculate the selling price from MRP, and last one is print function to display the mobile details. Mobile details means mobile's model name, MRP and selling price. Then here it is written, write a program to accept the model name and MRP of a mobile and print the amount to be paid by a customer on purchase as per given format. That means in this format, in print function we have to display the output. So let's start. Class, my class. Then at first you have to declare these three instance variables. First one is model, which will store the model name of a mobile. That means a string value. So string model. Then MRP and price. These two variables will store monetary data. That means we will use double data type to declare them. Double MRP comma price. Over. Variable declaration completed. Now the member function. First one is constructor. So at the time of writing constructor, two things you have to keep in our mind. One is we will not use any return data type for the constructor, and second one is the name of the constructor will be class name. So I am giving class name, my class, and as this is parameterized constructor, so you have to declare two parameters, one for model variable, another for MRP variable. So for model variable you have to declare one string parameter, string M for model, and for MRP you have to declare one double parameter, double P for price. Now in this constructor we have to write three initialization statement, one for model, model equal to, next one for MRP, MRP equal to, and third one for price, price equal to. Then close the constructor. Now model variable will be initialized by this parametric value M, MRP will be initialized by P, and price will be initialized by 0.0. Why 0.0? Because price we will calculate, we will not accept price value. Now before this constructor we can write public. So if you make the constructor public, that means from anywhere we can create object of this class. But if we don't write public, like here I have not used public keyword, that means only the friend classes of my class, those are present in the same package where my class is created, can create the object of this class to use the functionality of this class. Now next function is calculate function, which will be void function, because function will not return anything, only it will calculate the selling price to store the price in price variable. Void calculate parenthesis. Then here first we have to calculate the discount. So let me declare one double variable to store the discount value, double D equal to 0.0. Now using if conditional statement we will check the MRP of the mobile. If MRP is greater than equal to 10,000 and MRP less than equal to 20,000, then discount will be 20% of MRP. So D equal to MRP into 20.0 by 100. Else if MRP greater than 20,000 and MRP less than equal to 35,000, then discount will be on MRP 25.0 by 100, that means 25%. And the last one is above 35,000. So else if MRP greater than 35,000, then discount will be 30% of MRP, MRP into 30.0 by 100. So here in this cascading if else statement we are finding out the discount. Then that discount we have to avail. How? Price equal to MRP minus D for discount. So this is the discounted price which I have stored in price variable. Then at last we have to add 18% GST on this price. So price plus equal to on price 18.0 by 100, 18% GST. So this price into 18.0 by 100 will calculate the 18% GST on the discounted price, and that GST will be added with the discounted price. That's why I have written here price plus equal to. Over. So we got the value of price variable. Now at last print function, void print. This will display the details of the mobile in this format: model name, MRP and selling price as column captions, then below them their values. See here, system.out.println, in first line we will display this. Either you can leave space to separate them, or you can use tab space also, \T for tab space is an escape character which will leave tab space between these captions. And after that, in next line we have to display the values. System.out.println, model name value is stored in model variable, model, then plus tab space, then below MRP the value of MRP variable, then again one tab space. So we are leaving tab space below tab space, and then at last selling price, which is stored in price variable. Over, close this print function and close your class. So this is my full program. Now here we can add main function to create an object of this class, to call this member functions to achieve the task. So let me add one main function, public static void main string args array. So this is the definition of the main function, where at first you have to create the object of my class. My class name is my class obj equal to new my class. This is the general syntax to create an object of the class. Now see here, this new operator will dynamically allocate the memory for the object, and this is the constructor which will construct the object and initialize all the instance variable of that object. Now see here, in my program I have only one constructor, which is parameterized constructor. So I cannot use this statement to create object. Here I have used my class parenthesis. I have not given any parameter here in parenthesis, but the constructor is parameterized constructor. That means it will try to call default constructor, which we don't have in our class. So only one constructor is there, that is parameterized constructor, and for that we have to pass two parameters. First one is string parameter for model, and second parameter is double parameter for MRP. So I am giving one string value for model, Samsung M31. This is the model, and price is suppose 16,500. See here I have given integer value. Automatically that integer value will be converted to double, because the second parameter is double, or you can give double value also. Now when this statement will execute, first this new constructor will create object, and in that object the model MRP, these two variable will be initialized by this parametric value Samsung M31 and 16,500, and price variable will be initialized by 0.0, and this statement will return the reference of that object, which will be stored in this obj variable. Now after that, this obj variable will act as a pointer to point the object. Now after creating object, we will call the first function, that is calculate function, to calculate the selling price. Calculate. So this will call the calculate function to calculate the selling price, to store the selling price value in price variable of obj. And last we will call this print function to display the output. Let me compile the program. Compiling done, no syntax error. Now select your main function to execute your program. See here, model name is Samsung M31, MRP is 16,500, and selling price is 15,576. Over. Now we can add one more constructor here, which will be default constructor. Now in this constructor we will initialize this three variable by default value. Model equal to, you can give any model value, or you can initialize this model variable by empty string. Then next MRP equal to price equal to 0.0. This way also we can initialize. Now see here, in my class I have two constructor. One is default constructor, another one is parameterized constructor, and they are sharing the same class name. So that means this is also function overloading, and as they are constructor, so this is constructor overloading. So constructor overloading is a process to define more than one constructor in a class with different function signature. See here, this is default constructor, no parameter is there, and here this is parameter as constructor with two parameters. Now if I use this constructor to create object, so that time we will not pass any parameter. Now I will create another object of this my class without passing any parameter. That means we will call default constructor. So let me copy this. So here you change the name of this obj. This will be obj2. Now this statement will also create one object which will be referred by obj2, and that object will also get the individual copy of this model, MRP and price variables. But that model, MRP and price variable will be initialized by these three default values. That means we are not getting any model value and price value. So if we call this calculate function using obj2, how the price will be calculated from MRP, where MRP is 0.0. So that's why we need another function here, void input, which will take input values for these two variables. So either you can take parameter value for these two variables, or you can take runtime input also. For runtime input, what to include here? Import java.util.scanner. Now create one object of scanner class here in input function. Scanner sc equal to new scanner system.in. Then you prompt user to enter two values, model value and MRP value. System.out.println, enter the model name and MRP of the mobile. Then in model variable you have to accept the model name, model equal to sc dot next line, and in MRP variable you take double price value, next double, over. Now in main function, as this statement creates object using default constructor, so for the instance variable of this object we have to call input function to take value. So obj2 dot input, next is obj2 dot calculate to calculate the selling price, and last one is obj2 dot print, over. Compiled, no syntax error. Now see here, we have two constructors, one is parameter as constructor, another one is default constructor. So we can use default constructor to create object here, or you can use parameter as constructor also to create object here. If we use parameter as constructor, we have to pass two value, one is model value which is string, and second one is price value which is double. And if we use this one to create object, it will not ask for any parameter, and that time the input function you have to call. So I will not select these options to create object, because the code to create the object using two constructor already written in main function. So I will call main function. See here, this is for first object obj, model name Samsung M31, MRP 16,500, and the calculated selling price is 15,576. And this is for the second object obj2, enter the model name and MRP of the model. This is for input function. So here I am giving the model name Redmi Note 9, then price is 15,000. See here, the selling price is calculated, and this is the output statement. Model name is Redmi Note 9, MRP is 15,000, and selling price is 14,160. Understood? So this is the complete program where I have shown the constructor overloading also. Two constructor I have defined here. One is default constructor, another one is parameter as constructor. So what is constructor overloading? This is the process to define more than one constructor in a class with different function signature, and they initialize the instance variable in different way. So this is class program with constructor. So this like one class program will definitely come in your ICSE exam for 15 marks. So in this class program, if the question asks to include main function, then only you write main function, otherwise you don't write main function. Understood this program?
So today up to this much, you have learned constructor. In the form of study material, I will give the notes of constructors. You must read the notes in your home and you will get one homework also which you have to solve using constructor for your next class. Till then, bye, have a nice day.